Governor's orders, Donovan. No one to be seated until given permission.
Suits me. I spend too much time on my back as it is anyway.
Keep it moving, Smart.
Screw this for a lark.
That's enough, Keen.
Come off it. This is bloody boarding school. If I want to sit down, that's my business.
Stand up. At once. Keen, you are now on a charge. Extra work duties. Disobey me again and you'll find yourself in the pound. All right? Sit.
Come on, ladies. You're only making things worse for yourselves. Just clean it up and we'll say no more about it. Right. So, I've got to involve the governor then.
What a pity.
Anyway, at least I won't have to see that doctor now.
When you go, Parker.
What do you reckon? Do you think you can handle a damn bed?
Oh, I think I can grin and bear it. Mr. Manning, what are you doing?
There was a disturbance in the dining room.
Yes, I heard the details, Mr. Manning. Now just unlock that door and get them to work. Oh. I will not tolerate disobedience. Now get moving. Let's see if you can work up an appetite for lunch.
The girls, back to work.
Miss Ferguson, I was wondering...
If you want to see me, Stevens, you go through the proper channels.
Back to work, girls.
Like a life of excitement, Mr. Manning? Because you're going to get one.
Look, I tried to talk the women out of it.
So?
So I'm trying to explain that I had nothing to do with Bryant and her little pack. Look, I want you to be governor and I'm trying to help.
Oh, but I don't need your help, Stevens. I don't need anyone's help. I'm here now, and I'm going to stay here permanently.
Surely you can see that's good for us.
Us? There is no us. No more partnerships, no more deals. I can't afford to take the chance. So you are just another prisoner, like any other prisoner.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
It's all right, Mrs. Morris. Stevens was just going back to the laundry.
I just wanted to make sure that you got the message that your father called. I left it on your desk.
Yes, thank you. I've already called him back.
I must say the Major sounded very well. It'd be a pleasure to see him again.
Was there something else, Mrs. Morris?
No, Miss Ferguson.
Oh, come on, Dad. It's so dangerous. What if there's a fire?
We'd be helpless, Mr. Manning.
I'm sorry, I don't like it any more than what you do.
Yeah, but you're on the outside where it's safe.
Well, this is crazy. We've even got to have a screw to hold our hand if we want to have a pee.
Looks like you're not teacher's pet anymore, right, Sonia?
All right, Bryant, you don't impress me, but right now I've got scores of my own to settle with Ferguson. So you can count me in.
Well, let's get started. Come on, Cass. Here's what I want you to do. Oh, if I can lift it. I want you to pour this over the motor casing. And for God's sake, stand back when you turn it on, okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ellen.
Hey, this is good work.
Right. We've got the dryer so overloaded that that's going to go any minute.
What the hell are you up to now?
Oh, we've just had a slight technical hitch, Mr. Manning. We're going to have to see the governor. Again.
This kind of behaviour is hurting no one but yourselves.
Gee, Miss Ferguson, and we were really looking forward to working. No, there's nothing for us to do.
Well, while the machines are being fixed, Smart, you can all clean the prison from top to bottom.
What? Gotta be joking. It's a pit.
Every time you pull a stunt like this, you will be punished.
Yeah, well, you'll tire before we do.
We'll see about that, Brian. While you're all here, you can start stripping your cells. Make sure they take everything they own out of those cells. And I mean everything. Oh, Parker. Dr. Weissman will be here to see you shortly. Don't keep him waiting.
Oh, well, shooting's all over the front page. Poor kid.
Poor Anne.
Yeah, she's got enough on her plate without this.
Have the police caught up with that Lewis fellow?
Well, they're looking, but it's hardly top of their list of priorities.
Mrs. Powell, I would prefer it if you spent your leave of absence away from Wentworth. My staff have enough to do without distractions. Officer Brown, would you get the maintenance people, please? There are some electrical problems in the laundry.
Miss Ferguson, Dr. Wiseman's in your office.
Thank you, Mrs. Morris.
Hard to believe she can get worse.
It's not the half of it. It is absolute chaos here.
Well, there's nothing you can do.
Well, yes, there is. I've just made up a full report for the department, taking it over in the lunch hour. Well, somebody's got to do something.
She'll have your head.
I don't care. I can't take any more. If Joan Ferguson stays on as governor, I'll resign.
Well, you'll see what I mean when you meet her, Doctor. Although on the surface, she appears to be perfectly normal.
From what you tell me, this Bridges episode must have been a pretty horrific experience. You say she's having nightmares.
That's right. Screams the cell block down, and the next day remembers nothing about it. It's almost as if she's trying to suppress it.
That's dangerous. I'm going to have to try and open her up. Be a lot healthier if she does.
Yes, well, I hope you can help her. I get the feeling that we're not doing enough for her. I think perhaps she might be better off in a proper psychiatric hospital.
Well, it's a possibility.
Then I do have to consider the other prisoners. Oh, Parker. This is Dr. Weissman, Parker.
Hello?
I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. Well, sit down, Cass. Now, there's no need to be frightened. I know this must all seem a bit strange to you, but we're just going to talk, okay?
And how's my favourite patient today?
Much better.
Hey, what's this nonsense I hear about you signing yourself out from here?
I want to see Paul. If that's how I have to do it, too bad.
Oh, well. Seeing that I've nursed this young man through measles and chickenpox, I don't want to deprive him of his mother when he needs her most.
About bloody time.
But we do it properly. An ambulance will take you and I will escort you, just in case. I want to see young Paul anyway.
When?
This afternoon. If you'll do something for me.
Anything, I promise.
Accept Mr. Slater as your physiotherapist.
Oh, must I? Anyone but him. He's so condescending. He makes me feel like a lump of meat.
But he's the best, Anne. I mean, you'll recover in half the time if you work with him. You do want to get well, don't you?
I have to, for Paul's sake. All right.